Well, hello, Galilee. This is Paula coming to you with our Friday focusing on what we need to pray for the coming week. And there's so much. It's fall, as we all know. Got my pumpkin here. I know it's not your traditional one, but I do have one traditional on the porch. Love fall, love the decorations, and just the bustling feeling of fall because we're getting into such a busy season. School's back, preschool's back, Sunday school's back. You know, good and bad. It's all good for our preschool is doing well. We have a waiting list. Our Sunday school's doing great too. There's actually more kids coming in each week. And so that's doing great. We have an excellent Sunday school superintendent, Sarah Jamal, who's not only a wonderful wife and mom, but wow, so creative and does such a good job with her abilities and her enthusiasm. So we're very blessed to have such great teachers and leaders. And so let's keep them in our prayers because it's a big job to do. And also, I know just the things that are going on in our preschool. I just like the way they decorate things. I took a picture of it, but it's not showing up. I tried to see if I could put it on the iPad to show you. It's the 2-year-old room, little fish with their names on the door, and then there's this octopus at the top, made orange, made out of the construction chains. It's really neat. They're working on a big fall one in the narthex that's falling for Jesus, and obviously the leaves, and just some neat things and neat times. And another big thing in October is Pastor Appreciation Month. And boy, are we blessed to have our pastor as our shepherd. And it's just fun to celebrate him. Number one, he needs to be celebrated. And number two, he's always so appreciative. And so just remember him in your prayers. And Rachel, who's such a lovely servant herself, and generous with pastor's time. So keep them in your prayers at all times. But if you thank Pastor Matt, send him a card, little note, whatever, just say thank you and how much you appreciate him, because I'm sure you do. And it's just nice to be told that. And also, what else? Oh, very important this weekend is our new members, and we have 10. I think that is great, and it's all 3 services. So if you're at the services this weekend, and please make sure you go up and you introduce yourself and give them that warm Galilee welcome. And I know that's what made such a difference to me from the first time I walked in the door. And it's a blessing how we are in such a friendly church. But also, the Bible is taught at our church. Not all churches are like that. And that's one thing with Pastor Matt, whether you need to hear it or you want to hear it, we all need to hear it, but if you want to hear it or not, you're going to. We learned a lot about that in the lectionary study today, and it really makes you, as the whole thing Come to Jesus meeting, it made me think about that and like inside, what's inside you and what do you know you need to do or don't do. So it's all about good and evil. But we are fortunate, I think, for the most part. Galilee is, we do our best, or we're trying. I guess we never reach our best. We have to keep trying. And we talked a little bit about also teachers, because we get off the subject a little bit in the lectionary study, but it's always good and you learn a lot. And I don't think there was some things that I really didn't realize what teachers and the principals and everything are going through at the schools. For one thing, it's a whole new reality since this pandemic, and the kids have been home for a year. Like one principal in an elementary school, he's having to give COVID tests, and the things that they're doing, and some of the things that are going on in destruction in our schools because of the TikTok, which, as Joan talked last week, technology is wonderful and it does so many good things. I love it. I use it a lot, but there's some not so good things. That's one of them. They have these challenges that kids get points. They don't mean anything. You're not getting anything. But literally to go into a school and cause damage. And that's happening. And so what the teachers are dealing with and the school workers and the staff and everything was way different than I really thought. So it's tough on them. So please, you see a teacher, say thank you. But let's pray for our teachers. I really thought about this. Coming back, I had to make a couple stops from church and go behind a school bus. And all of a sudden, I'm thinking totally different. For one thing, thank you and pray for the school bus drivers that are working. So we're in a whole new little reality right now. But when you read the Bible and you go back for what, like we were talking today, nothing's really changed. It's always been the same thing, good versus evil. And our job with everything that's going on in the world today is to remain a Christian and remain what we're supposed to do. And so in saying that, just remember that it's a great month of Galilee for October. Just keep looking up, praying for the teachers, and praying for Pastor and his family, and praying for the new members that we're going to welcome into our family, which just keeps on growing, and that's a good thing. And make sure that you go up to them and introduce yourself to them and give them that big, warm Galilee welcome. And until next time, see you soon.